Oh, wish, 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 wish. What a disappointment you were. For being Disney's big 100th anniversary film, it was more underwhelming than my crap. It got mass negative reviews, bombed at the box office, and is now another punchline for bad Disney films. But is it as really bad as people say it is? Well, I watched it, and you know what? I was wrong. It's even worse than I thought. Oh, by the way, the clip I tried to use for that, it wouldn't switch up on YouTube, so that's great. Anyways, so I expected this movie to be bad, but oh boy, did Michael Rash prove me wrong indeed. So why is this film so abysmal? Why do you even need me to ask that question? You already goddamn know. Let's just take a look anyway. In the island city of Rosas, a place where a man named King Magnifico grants wishes for someone once a month, a 17-year-old girl named Asha hopes to become Magnifico's apprentice in the hope of forgetting her grandfather's wish granted on his 100th birthday. She discovers that the people's wishes that aren't granted will never be granted. Well, a high chance of they won't ever be granted. She's against it and tries to stop it, accidentally bringing down the actual wishing star named Star. Very creative there. Along with Asha's 7 friends and her talking goat sidekick named Valiento, they try to stop Magnifico from using his magic for evil and help grant everyone's wishes. Pretty generic plot, isn't it? It sounds like the writers of this movie push Right Disney movie about wishes into ChatGPT and then continue from there. Okay, I know that's a harsh thing to assume, but don't worry, the script is still just as bad even if without ChatGPT. I think I laughed once throughout the entire movie, but the film itself is so forgettable that I genuinely forgot what I laughed at, to the point where I don't even think I laughed at all. The plot also has lots of holes in it. It's explained in the opening that whenever someone arrives at Rosas, they have to make a wish and Magnifico keeps that wish until he decides to grant it, which is a very low chance of happening. Asha questions this, but it makes sense, like the way the system works. People are told about how it all works when they enter. In fact, Asha sings about it, which, again, oh boy, we will get to these songs. Just you wait. Anyways, Asha knows how Rosas works. People enter and give their wishes to Magnifico, and he protects the wishes, which gives people no grief about losing their wishes. She believes that that's a bad thing, but we never see that's a bad thing. Maybe if the people were more zombie-like without their wishes, then maybe this could have worked. But because people are constantly happy all the time, singing, like, rip-off Madrigal, it just doesn't work. Speaking of not working, the characters are all boring, dull, not funny, charmless, and annoying. I love watching a movie where I care about 0 characters, and I don't even like them, half of them in the first place. It's like watching Succession if the characters were unlikable, which they are, but not compelling, which they aren't. They are very compelling. Stay tuned for a Succession episode. This movie just doesn't have layered or interesting characters. Magnifico seems interesting at first, but then he just becomes gleefully evil in like a snap. Like, that just doesn't work. Chris Pine's performance is good, but it doesn't matter when I just don't care about the character. Asha has a few annoying lines that aren't funny. I get why people are sick of this adorkable Disney main character syndrome that a lot of Disney protagonists have been suffering from. Even still, Rapunzel, Anna, Moana, and Mirabelle still feel distinct from each other, whereas Asha is a poor woman's imitation of these characters. Before saying anything, yes, this film was written by Jennifer Lee, and Alison Moore, so I can't make that joke. So, shut up. Anyways, where was I? Yes. Valentino the goat was never funny. Not the goat as in the greatest of all time. The goat as in he's a goat. Thing, the animal, not the actual. God, I hate the internet, but I hate the abbreviation goat because now you can't distinguish between the two. Point is, he's not funny. He never was funny, and throughout the entire movie, I wanted to kick him across a lake. Can we all agree on that? Good. Anyways. Asha's friends are all just copy and pasted from each other and have no charm, and are also based on the 7 Dwarfs, which we will get to the endless barrage of references later. One of them betrays her later, spoiler, but I felt nothing when it happened. Also, why am I saying spoiler? You're not gonna watch this movie. Speaking of betrayal, the music. Oh boy, the music. The most hated part of this movie. I will admit, I like the melody of the songs. Like, they're catchy, except the animal one. But the lyrics, on the other hand, are... Yikes. I'm not gonna delve deep into the awful lyrics, as many people with a more talented background in songwriting have discussed this in greater detail, because I feel like they will have a better idea of what they're talking about. Because even though I have written songs for this show, I have little to no knowledge about how songwriting works. Although I can tell how to like rhyme and stuff. I've written poems. I know how to rhyme. Music is just like poetry with singing. But by God, some of these lyrics, I literally have to mention a few of them before we move on. You think that I let you live for free, I don't even charge you rent is a bad lyric? Have you not heard Here I Are? Here I Are? These lyrics are so bad. Word is literally trying to correct me on my bad grammar, because the people that wrote the lyrics obviously did not do English in school, because you can't convince me that the same people that wrote the line Here I Are into existence could have a high percentage in their English exams. Like, I'm not joking. Look at this. Like, that is a spelling... Like, it isn't here for some reason, but it's literally a spelling mistake. If Word is calling out that this is bullcrap, that this wordage is actual dog crap, then you know that you have gone bad screenwriters for your film, for your songs. Anyways, the animation. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, not bad. It's not very good. But it certainly doesn't stand a chance against their 2D films. I wouldn't as goes to far as to say that it has worse animation than Chicken Little, as unlike that film's animation, the animation in this film is at least watchable. But the backgrounds genuinely look flash, which doesn't work for the film. Again, can't show it because copyright. For some reason, if I have under 1,000 subscribers, I guess fair use doesn't work for me, which makes no sense. But anyways, this film could have done what Klaus did, where he uses 2D for the characters, but it combines 2D and 3D for the backgrounds, creating a perfect blend of 2.5D. And in fact, some of the characters in Klaus also have like a sort of that 3D shading to them. Well, it's still 2D animation, but the way it looks, it makes it look more 3D when it is still always been 2D. But oh no, 2.5D is just too difficult for the studio that made a live-action animation hybrid short film that also featured tons of 2D and 3D characters standing side by side. Nope, way too difficult. Also, I love how they just put lines over the characters to make them look remotely 2D. It just looks cheap and crappy, which is not what this company was known for. Speaking of being known for, enough with the references. Christ on a stick. This film is filled to the brim with crappy references to their other older films, as a way of saying, yes, we hear you obsessive fans that credit the parts in order to sniff Spider-Man's webs. We will reference your favorite movies in our 100th anniversary film without actually doing anything with them. Do you want to know what this reminds me of? Disaster Movie. A film that references tons of other films, but doesn't actually do anything with them. And when you're making me think of Disaster Movie, that's how you know you've made one of the worst Disney films of all time. I was so close to considering this worse than The Black Cauldron. But when it came to which film I would much rather watch again, even though I never want to watch either of these again, I would probably watch Wish. Black Cauldron is not only annoying, but it's also ungodly boring, with charmless characters that have one personality trait each. I would not describe Wish as boring. It is so impressively bad in so many ways that it's just fascinating. Also, some of the lyrics are so bad they're funny. I'm sure it's a ton of fun with friends, which are things I do not have. Well, I do have one friend, and this is getting uploaded on his birthday, so shout out to that friend. So anyways, this movie is a 2 out of 10, don't watch it. Anyways, the reason I've been so calm throughout the video because after my freak out during the TMNT Christmas special review, I got a bit heated and may have burned down a few neighborhoods in the anger. So I've had a calm patch on my neck throughout the video. So here's what happens when I take it off. This movie sucks. I wish for it to go to hell. Ooh, I need to make a bad pun after doing all that. Things I do for this channel. Anyways, happy anniversary of the first episode of My Thoughts Of, which came through 3 years ago. Yay! Anyways, goodbye. I'm gonna go rest now. Bye.